Hello, and welcome to Buckcorp. Today, we will be showing how to draw a lesson. First step in drawing a lesson, you need to have a lesson plan. Here we have an example of a lesson plan. You can see that because it says the word lesson on it, and it is quite clearly in the shape of a plan. If you or a loved one cannot determine the shape of a plan, please seek counseling as soon as possible so we can help you create a lesson plan as soon as possible. Hello everybody. I don't know what a lesson is, or I I know what a lesson is, I just don't know how to embody it, I suppose. I've looked up the definition because for previous prompts I've done that. It's kind of... Oh, I gotta sneeze. Might be twice. Probably not. But hey, it's good news, you know? Because you can't have a bad stream if you sneeze at the beginning, you know? Get all the bad spirits, the bad juju out of the way. I did not press done on that. I'm so put together and so organized. Like, you have no idea. That's a nice L. That's a beautiful L. Let's frame that L. Okay, but yeah, it's the word lesson. There's no secondary secret definition that we don't know about. Like, there's religious stuff, but I'm not gonna draw a whole Bible. I'm not gonna well, yeah. Let's see. I'm thinking there's the metaphor, gotta teach you a lesson, but I don't think there's a very easy way of drawing that. So I'm thinking, right, because the easiest way to go about it would just be like to draw a chalkboard and then do that kind of, you know, chalk and such. But that seems kind of, I don't know, seems kind of short for what we're trying to achieve here. Oh, I did move a couple of things around. This is probably going to move a little bit more, a bit more adjustments before the end of Inktober, just so I can get this to look the best it can. Anyway, back to here for a lesson sketch. I think what we're gonna have is right here, a chalkboard. Whoa, what is that? Is that a car? Nope, that sparkles. What is going on? This is supposed to be like royalty-free education music, not whatever. Learning can be magical, all right? I shouldn't be judging. All right, we have this. You can just have a little bit here for the chalk tray itself. And this is actually very crooked. Let's go ahead and straighten this out. That's not straight. Come on, straighten this out. That's pretty straight, I'd say. There we go. That's also pretty straight right there. Get rid of this. Corporate. Whoa, okay, here we go. Something with a little bit more humanity put into it. All right, you got that. I think we could also include like a teacher figure here. A little bit of a. Let's see, how could I? Oh, we could. And then a little bit of this of pointing. And these fingers down here. And we could have a little bit of a. Oh. No. That's a horrible, even. That's a. This supposed to reference to Soy Jack, but no. So if you go here, I mean. How would someone even. Because, like. Imagine you would need to be pointed like this, looking this way. And then you could have like buttons? Were those like and subscribe buttons? That's about the length of the arm. That's too much. Almost. Right here is fine. Like that, and then actually right closer like that. Something like that. And then we can have like a just this arm out to the side. Alright. Maybe do something like this. Where they're holding or they're pointing over at the pointing at the whiteboard. Right? I feel like that could work. Alright, let's actually put an effort into this now. Using this as a basis. Now we'll just make a new layer, figure out that. But yeah, that is a good plan. You have something like this. They're facing. I guess it looks like they're facing this way, which I mean, so I actually kind of want like facing this way into the screen. Maybe a little bit up. Something like that. Let's go fix that. Yeah, something like that maybe. This feels like it's weird to look at it. Like this is supposed to be going interior. Big one right here and one eye right there that we can't see. That's so weird. Admittedly, I've never actually, done like an actual good face like that, like facing away. Something like that. That could work, I say. So we go through like this and then reaches towards the back here. That could help us with that shape. And then that's gonna be the torso right there. This arm is gonna go ahead and arm. This arm is just gonna go ahead and There's no need for that. This is gonna go like... like this, pointing this way. I mean... right? I feel like this... I'm not sure if this is... Here, let's go a little bit smaller with this. Music? Where'd you go? Ah, just loading. Good, good, good. Like that. And then we have the hand here. Closed fingers, or closed knuckles. Maybe barely anything. Barely anything. So I want 3. Something like... something like this? I think that could work. I guess we'll go right underneath this stuff, I think. Right. Something like that. We could have a little dip here for the open mouth. There we go, something like that. I don't know how well this is going to be together, but that's the lesson teacher sketch. Alright, and then we could just have like some kind of, I don't know. You could have a lesson 1 here on the actual whiteboard, and then blah 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 blah. Or not whiteboard, it would be a blackboard. Green board, green chalkboard. That's what I'm thinking of. I'm gonna hydrate. I need water. No one redeemed it, but wait, I can redeem it. Hold on. Boom. Alright. Haha. I'm so clever and creative. Like this. Yeah. That's absolutely possible. Cool, cool. Let's go with the lines. Line. Lesson line. Oh, sketch. We also want a little chalk tray here. Alright, now we go to 6. On the lesson lines. Let's start with a nice brown, I'd say. Because I'm mostly right now thinking of old chalkboards. Yeah, alright. We could have something like, oof. That. There. Ugh. There we go. Take with this and refix that. There. Okay. Get the lines, these little bits here. Exact, more or less. It'd be really funny if I made the lesson about thermodynamics right next to the Arctic and heat, or an Inferno prompt. I think that would be a very fitting lesson. There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, something like that. Let's go ahead and strengthen this. Another thing is that has to be the like and subscribe notification thing, bell thing in the video. I don't know what else it could be. I do. On one hand, I would want to be able to make straight lines, but on the other hand, like the sheer convenience of the line tool is just. Oh. Why did I do that? I'll tell you why. It's because I let go of the wrong button at the wrong time. There we go. Do this and something like that, yeah. Work on this. Make sure this stuff is nice and strong connections. Let's go just make this a bit stronger of a line. Not that strong. There we are. Okay. And then we could just use this because I don't need it. There we go. I don't need no stinking line tool to do something this small. There we are. Maybe another layer here. Or I could just like, right. That goes way up. I can try myself. Nope, not like that. It still goes up. I think it'll be fine to just like draw a little chalk piece here. Yeah, I'll make it white. Why not? It's a nice little. Doesn't look like anything now, but once we color this in, it'll be like, oh wow, of course. How could I ever not see that? I should probably just at least not get rid of drink. Get rid of the background. That would at least help us return the background black. Undo background. There we go. Okay. Oof. This is rough. Let's go ahead and. I mean, chalk can come in different flavors, shapes and sizes and such. But. Okay. That. Oh, whoops! I meant to erase. wasn't meant to be black, that was meant to be erased. Oopsies. And then this bit right here it can go. There we go, something like that. We could turn the background back to white, so that way we can get this erased. Hold on, background needs to be white. Clicky. That's actually incredibly unhealthy, probably. I'm risking my future. Whatever. This. Okay. Do this. The eraser, of course. You know, you can't have a chalkboard without an eraser that doesn't work properly. Okay. Do that, and then fill in the lesson color. This will be a simple something or other. What I'm really concerned about right now is the teacher. I gotta make the teacher look good. No, not like that. I'm not a teacher's pet anymore. Try in between these two. There you go. I like that a lot. That's... Oh, do that. It needs a bit of touch up, for sure. For example, I'll put the teacher sketch above the colors in a bit. Right now, I just want to color in the entire chalkboard. There we go. There we go, just start coloring this in. There we go. This is pretty nice. I don't regret using the line tool here. It's a thing that needs to be straight, or that is typically very, very straight and rigid. So it'd be weird to have it be not that, right? Totally coping right now. Yeah, it's just a matter over here. Let's just make sure we get the bottom. I gotta fix the chalk. So, lesson lines, right here. 6, this. And this, top of it. lesson color. This, make it slightly off-white. More like this there. Perfect. I sent my kids to boarding school and now they resent me. Yay! Now I don't need to worry about paying inheritance. I'm not sure what I'm saying right now. Maybe I do want this to be a little bit off. There we go. Whatever. Fine, I'll do this. And this does need to be cleaned up. Just like. I guess I just want the white on top after all. There we go, do that. That'll be fine if I color in the edges. Do this. Save. We got this. I want a slightly lighter. Something like that. There we go. A beaut. I messed up. It's so over. It's so over. I can't draw between the lines. Oh, I need to retire from creativity and thinking. Just a corporate. Oh, the sheer corporate. Hi, abandon your soul, full nature. Join us. Join us. Join us. We have nothing to offer except misery and pain. And a 401k that matches even the most dystopian benefits package. So don't waste your life today. Join Life Waster, the Corp. Bucket Corp. We care about your money, but not your future. All right, we're almost I think we're about halfway through with this edge. There we are. Here we are. Sometimes I look at myself and I wonder, what am I meant to be? Then I listen to this kind of music and I realize, corporate drone. Of course, it was right in front of me all along. I was meant to sell my soul to some nameless, some faceless entity that will tell me what to think. It was so obvious the whole time. This went. Life goes on. It's really interesting, you know, like I've noticed every time something weird happens with the Earth, it always bounces back. You know, life finds a way, as that one guy put it from Jurassic World Park. I bet. Jurassic Park, the original park, not the rehash. But it's just interesting, you know, like there's so much doom and gloom up in the world, but then like you look at the Earth and you realize, man, this thing is gonna outlast all of us, and it's like it doesn't even matter how hard we try to you know, undo it or how hard we try to mess it up, but like the Earth is gonna be fine eventually. Life may not be fine, but the Earth herself is gonna be. And just think about it. Like you got global warming. Like the Earth literally started as a flaming ball of methane gas, and after it cooled down, of course, life. Well, I mean, even then, primordial soup, life still like originated here, and then it was like, man, it's just kind of awe-inspiring, you know? Earth was here when we were gone. It'll be here long. It's here before us, and it'll be here long afterwards. And even if we completely screw it up to high heaven, it's gonna bounce back after we're gone. After it takes care of us, it'll be fine. And I don't know if that's like I don't know how weird it is to take comfort from that, but it is something I take comfort in, you know? Like, yeah, it's weird, but Earth will eventually handle herself. You know, this is probably a really thick neck. Let's go ahead and, because I want the head to be something like this and this. Okay. That's where I want the collar to be. Neck. There you go. And there'll be a nice little thing here. For this line to be not super straight because it's I mean, look at it, it's a t-shirt. It's not gonna be. Likewise over here. Let's make this, I mean, it looks like it's a long sleeve shirt, so we can do that. I could have a little bit of a bagginess here because it's a shirt. You know, it's not going to be super conformative. I'm not really sure how to do a good shirt, but it's a red shirt. That's how much I know for sure. Alright, get rid of the sketch. That was drawn on the sketch. Oh, I'm so silly. Oh, I'm so darn silly. Right, well, at least I have exact lines to copy now. I do so confidently. The sketch, how does this look? Fine, we just gotta clean it up. Especially right here. There we are. Wonderful. We could see that from Let's go ahead and thin this one out a little bit. There we go, we have this going on. I don't really know what kind of details to add to a shirt like this. I'm just gonna do that, because I'm sure that happens a lot with shirts. Did this. Ooh, hold on, yeah, I can recall something like this happening a lot. Okay, there we go. I'm fine with this. Now we've just got to find a nice skin color to go with. Something like that should work. I'll go with here. This will be future line or shirt lined. It can be future skin. We have. Let's start with just the actual ball of the head. Let's see what we can do to. There you go. Just a little poke here of the this. We go to the sketch here. We got. Ooh, that's kind of ugly actually. That's something's up with this. Let's do something like. No, keep this. Yeah, get rid of this. The sketch. Like they'd be like the chin would be something like that. I'm wondering because like just seamlessly transitions into the head. Obviously, you don't want all of this. And we can't have just like it go like that. That's no chin. We got the nose here. Let's erase everything up until the nose. The sketch here has us go here and then this. If I get rid of the sketch here, that could work, especially if we go a little higher. Something like. No. Maybe get just a slide divot here. This would be where the ear is, I think. Alright, so like ear is between the they're like the top of the very top of the eye and the very tip of the nose. Tip of the nose would be right here. Something like that actually would be where the ear would be. Which kind of makes sense. Let's lower. We gotta lower that a little bit. We can make this a slightly redder shape. Over here by the lips. That's what I wanted. Redder. There we go. Because this is where this is talking right here. His mouth open. Ah. Okay. I think this is as good as I'm gonna get it for now. Focus on the hand. That's gonna be lower this a bit. This. This we can go here. Yeah, something like that. We got a little. Down mostly, and then I get this. I have to sketch here. Right. We totally forgot to get this in the clothing lines. Real quick, in the shirt lines, we want to get this covered. Now here in the skin. Take care. Okay, get that. Oh wow, actually this doesn't go down nearly as much as I thought. It stays up really. We can do this. There we go. And ooh. Let's go ahead and actually do a little detour here. Let's redo this part here because it feels like it's not making itself clearly normal, right? It's like, no, hold on, do this and erase this. So you got this, and then it needs to go out. Oh. This. There, that could work. Looks so weird. And the finger goes way down. Well, that seems actually kind of normal. The finger goes only up until here, and the rest of this is palm. I guess that's normal-ish. Okay, save that. Skin looks fine. Let's get the future hair party, I guess. There you go. And a nice brown hair because I don't want anime protagonists right now, and I don't trust myself to do good blonde hair. I guess most anime protagonists that are normal hair color are brown, black or brown. the sketch here. Get rid of this. Give the hair a bit more depth. Or something like this. Bring this up a little bit. I can also get rid of this weird line right now. Oh yeah, keep that. Together. Clean this. There we go, and this like this. There we go. We can have a little bit of a I want this to be like a little lock from at the front of the head. Meaning this would have to be, these have to go to different angles. So this would have to go here. Have a here. We erase this bit right here. What is this? Get rid of all the bit here that's behind here. Looks like a total nerd. Ugh. Okay, let's get rid of the hair for now. Let's redo the hair. Okay. Hair right here. We got a little hair going out here. That's aside from the this. Oh no, ref. We're learning. We're cruising. Ends like right here. We also have a bit of that doesn't make any sense. Stupid corporate sounds. Right? Hold on, let me see this. We have that. That looks cheesy and corny. Why? What's the issue? Issue is the hair looks tall. It's too tall to be normal. I want this to be like, I'm trying to practice specifically to get this to look fine with it'd be like a separate lock that stems from the side. Let's get rid of this whole thing as well. I had it looking relatively okay in the sketch. What's wrong with that? What happened here? Let's see if we follow the sketch almost as one-to-one as we can. We get rid of the sketch. What's up with this hair? Why did it look okay-ish? Alright, I got this. I think the short answer is it doesn't. The sketch here, get to the hair. Hair should be. Start with a buzz cut. See if we can get it looking better than that. Alright, so you have buzz cut now. It's just gonna cover the top of the head. That's whatever, buzz cut right there. So if I want it to look longer, I would need to start going further out. Let's go with this and we'll make it a nice. Okay, it looks like there's a little bit of hair here. What if we just go ahead and do that. Looks like the hair goes high. Wonder if I could. I'm chatting. Oh boy, Teach, what are we learning? We're learning how to make hair not look weird. Today we're learning how to make. Let's see, so it looks like it's going a bit too low with that, but barber school, huh? I mean, kind of, except instead of cutting hair, we're creating it. So it's more like the GTA school for cutting hair. Look at that. Yeah, that was the best way we had it. And doing this, it looks fine-ish, but it's missing something. I think back here, it just doesn't look. I think it's just because right here, it's like it goes inwards when it should be going slightly outward. Let's go ahead and erase that. This is skin still. Whoops, let's go to the hair. Right here. Something like that. Wow, dirty hair, but like. Yeah, something is a mullet. I mean, Yeah, it's supposed to be the back of the head. So the mullet goes typically down to like here. Or at least it sticks out more. I'm trying to... Right, because it's strange, because like the sketch here looks kind of... Right, I forgot that. The sketch here, it looks kind of serviceable, kind of. But then we add everything back together. Like, there's no way to get it to look right, you know? Maybe something like that, where they're clearly on different ends, but this looks like it's swept to one side instead of like a lock that's on the end, or that's coming from the front, and just like sweeping over. Oh wait, I see. Missing a bullet. Let me find them. This is not a good mullet. Hold on. We had a this. There you go. I don't know if this is what I was missing by. Alright. Since there's no one here to object, we're going with the mullet. Let's go ahead and solidify it, make it look a little better. Erase this bottom bit right here. Fix this up a little bit. There we go. The mullet. All right. Whatever. It still looks kind of flat. Let's go ahead and add another little spike here in the front, or look, something like that. Where's the hair? That was added to the shirt lines, of course it was. Here at Buckwork, we strive to provide the most biased learning environment for your children. Facts and history will be a thing of the past. I feel like it's not fully there yet. I need to do something like that. Alright. Like, this effort is being put into it. There we go. I think this gives it a bit more volume. Makes it look like it's actually a part of the world instead of like not. Also, I'm adding this to the skin. Where's the hair, please, bucket? Thank you. The skin? That's not the skin for some reason. Hair. There we go. Cool. I guess I'm just gonna need shading to make this look reasonable. Sweeto potito. Now let's add colors to this thing. Starting with this shirt. There we go. That. This is some of the strangest fashion I've given a drawing. Full shirt and then a mullet. Okay. Clean this up with the parts that are supposed to be inside the lines. Excuse me. Huh. Okay. I don't know why the mullet looks good. It shouldn't. That's the thing. Like, mullets are kind of infamous for being very difficult to pull off. So unless I just invented the way to make mullets look good, which I doubt, and I would not want to be the proud discoverer of, I don't really know. Trust us with your thoughts. Tell us everything from the very beginning of your childhood to the very end. We here at Buckcorp have sworn an oath to withhold all information that would be necessary for the talks. You know what? I wonder if I could just make the ears a little... Oh, no, never mind. This is already just a fine color as is. There we go. A little bit down here by the neck. Anything else here? That should be red, actually. Okay. Do this. Let's go ahead and fill out the hand. Make sure we have all this glued in the lines. Probably darken out that thumb to index line right there. This. That. Darken the skin. Do this. Take this. Darken it a little bit. There we go. That way we have a definite line. And why not? I'll also see if I can add a little nail here. Nail. Maybe a bit here. Soft and... yeah, there's not really much else to add here. A little bit to the side here, and that's all. Okay. Save. Now let's get the mullet. Absolute. Color in the tips first. I'm gonna have to shade the hair to look real convincingly good. Alright, shirt lines. Let's just go ahead and use this. And instead add some over here. Under that, just right here. This corporate music is just making me enraged. Well, not really enraged, but like, oof. I think I'm mentally shutting out the music because it's so corporate. I think that is genuinely was something that's happening with me right now. It is just so corporate. There we go. Here. There we go. Okay, so you got this. Oh, this is so cool. Alright, let's get some shading going. Shading. Let's take this and darken it a good bit. Go. Shrink this. And lower the opacity. Down here, let's go ahead. Shade. Here. Obviously, we're going to shade under the arm here. Under the arm here. Let's go ahead and do this. This to a lesser degree. Let's also yoink, yoink, and group this together and lessen. Back to shading. Flip back. Right, this is still red, I forgot. Okay. Shade that. I'll shade it, it'll get shaded, don't worry. First, I do need to that is too much. And also let's saturate it because it's too dark. All right. Alright, I'll get rid of this little bit here. It'll be fine. It's got a bit of weird bits to it. I wonder if it's actually the skin. Might be the skin here, yeah. Skin tags. That one's just not complete enough, that's all it was. There we go. Okay, and back to shading. Mullet will be shaded. No, yeah. For this, we're gonna get some darker. Ooh, careful. Shade of underneath the mullet a little bit. Mullet here. And let's get behind the spikes. Make it actually convincing that these things are pointing up. And likewise, let's take this and lighten it a little bit, because hair can be shiny. Okay. Let's undo that actually. That was not nice. Okay, let's see. Got darker hair. Alright. That should be fine for now. Effects. Take the blur tool, lower its opacity by a lot, shrink it by a lot, and now let's get to... I did that to the shirt lines? Oh, classic bucket. Just gonna... Ooh. Right, I did that without care. There we go. Of course, this is all going to have to be the shirt lines, because of course I would forget to do that. A bit darker. I just want really this to be a more concentrated point of shine on that mullet. Okay, that's that. Save and get the eraser ready so I can erase things that are not supposed to be here, like this. Although I do need to actually get a shadow on the black, on the chalkboard. That is something I do need to address and get. Shirt lines. Erase those around here. There you go. Alright, I gotta be careful with that. Shading, get rid of this. Let's use this tool right here for that. I want to get rid of the whole thing. Okay. Let's get the shadow. Actually, let's just... I wonder if I could duplicate this, the shadow. Move layer. Okay, hear me out here. Take this and move it down here. Further down here, like... Alright, layer style it. We take color overlay, hue, and make it black. Opacity 100%. That's not ideal, but it's okay because we can also just cheat. By taking this, we can go right here, underneath teacher colors. Move it as wherever we need it, something like this probably. There, lowest opacity. And also just straight up, I don't even need to use anything smart for this. I just right here, Boom, look at that. Easy. Also affects blur the whole thing. Because it's a shadow, you know, it's not gonna be perfect. Alright, layers, no calculator style. I want no layer style. None of it. Oh, the teacher are the execs. Heck yeah, this is great. Alright. And underneath shadow. What? No, I did on top of lesson colors. Well, I guess lesson colors here. Perfect. So, lesson text or title. We can put it down here underneath the teacher sketch. And we can use something like this. Ooh, perfect. Yes. Lower the size by a lot. Alright. Lesson. Let's redo that one. Actually, how do you do a lowercase s in cursive? Like, cursive S. Okay, that looks weird. Alright, let's try this out. Okay, this. There you go. This is just getting way bigger and bigger. Is there a more circular version of this brush I can use? Like, I really like it. Probably not, which is fine. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Gotta make sure I'm doing the E correctly as well. Cursive E. Lowercase is okay, so it is pretty simple. I've been doing it correctly the whole time. It's just that. And then we can also erase here because this is where the end of the chalkboard is. Lesson. We can start drawing some other. With smaller this, we can go like, yes, this is a cube. You do what teachers always do, and they draw the two cubes like this. Here. That. A little cone. What else could there be? I'm not exactly sure what I'm drawing, honestly. There we go. Lesson. Ta-da! Actually, one more thing I do need to do is blur the bottom of the teacher. Raise opacity a little bit. In the size. Whoa, nope, not the size that much. Something like this. Oh, careful. Okay, undo that. That was blown out of proportion. That's weird. Okay, either way. So you got something like this, and we'll just go like that. Tuck it in a little bit. Okay. We'll color this a little bit in. a bit. And the shirt lines, we can also do the same way. Tuck it in. There we go. Sweet. Color. Get some hard colors here. Undo. Like this. And effects. Interesting. Not that one. This one. Effects. Lower this up. Well, I don't want it to be whatever. I wanted to figure out. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get. So there we go. Now we have a lesson. Yay! Maybe I should do a little bit more shadow. Just a little bit of black. Right for the chalkboard. For the chalk itself, you know? Lower the size, raise the opacity. And there you go. Lesson is complete. And it didn't take too long at all. Person is, I'll get better with practice. But yeah, that means we only have two more. We only got two more drawings left in Inktober. We got the next one, which is, let me check the word, vacant, and then award. I think we can make it fit. We can make it fit for sure. But that'll be a tomorrow thing. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by, especially you, Bion. Thanks for complimenting the mullet. I'll be posting this to the Twitter and Discord. Follow and invite are in bottom. Go down. Go. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow for the drawings. And until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye. Go away now. Do a productive thing. Go eat.